Fox 17 meteorologist Anthony Dommel here, back with a check of our forecast now. And what's happening on the East Coast is just crazy and tragic, Anthony. And somehow up here in Michigan, we missed all of the remnants of Ida.
Yeah, well, you know, the storm came into Louisiana a few days behind us now, Aaron, and took this track off to the northeast. You know, a lot of times when you get these strong systems, Aaron, there is a lot of rising motion associated with those systems to produce the clouds and the precipitation. Thunderstorms, not necessarily, thunderstorms you think of when you're, thinking of hurricane. You're thinking of wind and rain, but there are oftentimes thunderstorms that can come about, and there were tornado warnings and watches. And when these systems get further inland, they start to take on more of, an orientation or more of kind of just the look of a weather disturbance that would be moving across the country as opposed to, a tropical system. So they kind of morph as they get to higher latitudes. And as that system came towards the northeast, it was more of a mid-latitude cyclone type of a storm, which had a lot of warm air. It was drawing up on its front-hand side, and there were tornado warnings there right along the East Coast yesterday. And then, of course, the heavy rain that had its origins from the tropics that was reaching northward and just pummeling those sections along I-95, including Washington, D.C., to Philadelphia, to New York City, and Boston. But I was mentioning about that upward motion to cause the clouds and the rain. On the periphery of that, you get a lot of sinking motion, and that is where we have been residing in the last few days. So not much happening other than just sunshine, clouds. And today, beautiful weather conditions with all those blue skies as temperatures headed for the upper 70s for the majority of us. 62 degrees we've got on the thermometer right now. Calm winds, nothing happening outside. It feels great, actually, with a dew point of 55, a very dry air mass in place. After today's official 80 in Grand Rapids, most areas did not get to 80. It was more like the mid to upper 70s, but we did get to 80 in Grand Rapids. I'm calling for 77 in GR tomorrow, 75 on Saturday, 77 Sunday, and back to 75 on Monday. Of course, this is Labor Day Monday and an important weekend as people are probably looking to do things around West Michigan, perhaps going to Lake Michigan. What about those waves? What's going to be happening with regards to that? Potentially getting in the water. Well, you're going to want to keep tabs on this forecast because I think north of Holland on Saturday, there could be some waves 2 to 3 feet, perhaps some rip currents out there Sunday and Monday, especially as winds go to the west and southwest. Could be building waves to about 2 to 4 feet during that time frame. But other than that, there's not much rain to deal with. No thunderstorms, no severe weather. We've been mentioning that for quite some time. Perhaps a sprinkle there later tomorrow afternoon into the evening on into Saturday as a broad area of low pressure passes through the region. Now, what about sunshine tomorrow? Not a whole lot. Maybe a little filtered or dim sun early in the morning, mid-morning, and then thereafter increasing clouds. So I think mostly cloudy, the way to describe it for the most part, particularly in the afternoon on Friday. Best chance for rain over the next 7 days, Aaron, is going to be on Tuesday, and probably as it stands right now, Tuesday afternoon as another system passes through. This one has more moisture with it. As it stands right now on the models, they could even build some thunderstorms in here by the time we get to Tuesday afternoon. And of course, this high temperature trend, once we get to midnight here, folks, it moves down a day, unfortunately. So that should be actually Friday at 77, Saturday at 75, Sunday at 77. Once we hit the midnight hour, everything goes forward in the computer. But you get the idea. We're not looking at anything real hot and humid around here anytime soon, though I do have to tell you, I was mentioning this on the shows earlier, once we get towards next weekend and beyond, there are some signs here, folks, that we may start to warm up and warm up substantially again. So if you thought we were turning the page here into meteorological fall, which did begin yesterday, or actually technically 2 days ago now on September 1st, it is not over with. We're going to have warm, perhaps even hot weather coming back down the road, just not in the short term. Temps right now as low as the upper 50s, as mild as the mid 60s. Winds are very light on the board. We don't have any air motion out there, in fact, and it's going to stay calm overnight tonight. Dew points running in the mid 50s. This is where they've been all day long. Actually, they were even lower earlier, down in the 40s, so they've crept up a few degrees, but the bottom line is you go outside, you're feeling pretty nice. And you're going to be feeling pretty nice tomorrow as well. High pressure, which was overhead today, contributing to those just perfect blue skies for hours upon hours. If you were out there this evening, maybe at some high school football games, you did notice that a few more of these higher level clouds were drifting in and dimming that sun as it was dropping below the horizon. But to pretty good timing because the majority of hours today were fantastic. There's the remnants of Ida lifting out. High pressure slowly edging out of here. But this low pressure that is incoming, it's actually running into this high, which is not really wanting to give up the ghost. So the net result is that the moisture associated with this broad area of low pressure is going to be weakening as it comes in. That will not just plow in here and turn us real wet later tomorrow night into Saturday. It's going to be a fading area of precipitation. Watch the European model confirm that. This is out towards tomorrow at midday. Some of these light rain showers working into Wisconsin and Illinois, eventually crossing the lake tomorrow evening and into the overnight. But look at their fading as they do so. Net result, few sprinkles, perhaps a light shower at some point tomorrow night into Saturday. Whole system just slowly grazing across Michigan on Saturday. Amounts of rain, I mean, maybe like 0.05 of an inch of rain. It's not going to be a whole lot. Then there's actually another disturbance passing to our north on Sunday, which could graze us during the evening with yet another sprinkle. So the way to describe it is more sprinkles than showers, I think, and the majority of the weekend is going to stay on the rain-free side. This is the European model's depiction and interpretation of rain amounts going through Labor Day. I'm taking it out the next few days. Usually when we get Labor Day or Memorial Day, people are out and about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So what's going to be happening cumulatively? Not much in terms of rainfall. The majority of the activity out to our west and to our east. Here's that 7-day planner. Aaron, temperatures in the 70s. You don't see any 80s. You don't see any 90s. But as I mentioned, once we get towards next weekend and beyond, Aaron, 80s are coming back, I think. And you know what? It's not impossible. We could hit 90 yet again. So hang in there. You like the warm season? I think more of it's coming.
Very comfortable start to September.
Yep.
Thanks, Anthony. That's all we got for you news-wise, but Fox 17 Blitz is coming up right after this.